Hey, what's up? You here to learn audio? Well, it's about time. Let's go for it. Ooh. Okay, let's start off with the basics. Sound travels as a series of contractions and expansions of the air. Since we convert these into electrical signal, we draw them as a fluctuating voltage or sine waves. One sine wave from top to bottom is called 1 hertz, which equals 1 vibration per second. The shorter the wavelength, the higher the frequency. Oh, get me out of here. I'm going to be seasick. To find internal tone on the audio board, which sounds a little bit like this, you must hit utility on the source, then F1 followed by sine wave 1 kilohertz. To convert input analog, you convert digital to analog out. For example, 0 VU equals minus 20 dB, known as headroom for talent. To achieve internal tone, which once again sounds like this, set the user to define key number 1. This is a dynamic microphone. Mostly it's used for handheld because it's very durable and it doesn't require an outside power source. It translates contractions and expansions in the air by means of a diaphragm attached to a coil of wire, which vibrates against a magnet when the audible sound moves the diaphragm. This is called electromagnetic induction and generates an electrical current which can be translated into an audio source when it reaches the audio system.
Hello and welcome to the What Time of Day It Is? We Don't Know cast. We're at Loyalist and we're getting in breaking news from all over, different stories. Forrest, do you want to help us in on what's going on here?
Yes, that's right, actually. It seems to be some commotion in the basketball courts. There's a star game going on right there, actually, right now.
Really? Should we take a look?
I think we should.
All right, let's go.
And shoots, he scores! All right, we're here with basketball star Dustin Langlois. Dustin, what do you attribute your success to?
I'm tall.
That's fantastic. What do your teammates feel about you?
I don't know. I'm a single player. I don't play with my teammates.
That's true. Your coach was telling me that before you guys shower, you make everybody clear out. Is there any reason for that?
Bit of a homophobe.
Size doesn't matter? Okay, thanks. That was Dustin Langlois, guys. Forks out. This is a condenser microphone. It's used when you need high quality audio. In this case, we're using it in the form of a lapel mic. Condenser mics have 2 electrically charged plates spaced closely together. When sound waves make it vibrate, the electrical current they generate can be interpreted as an audio source when it reaches the audio system. Okay, this is a condenser microphone that we have hooked up wirelessly. Now it's good to have, with any condenser microphone, not just a wireless one, it's good to have it 6 inches below the person's mouth. Also, if I'm going to be looking this way and talking, and I just usually lead to my left, that's why we have it on my left side. If I'm going to be talking this way, I'm going to want it on this side because obviously.
Effective June 18th is a locker cleanout at Loyalist College. Students are warned to get rid of any items that they may have until the 18th. After that, all items are discarded and left unnoted. Next story, how janitor staffs acquire their retirement through lost items at Loyalist College.
With our top story tonight, WorkTech students create films for new students. Stock rises 17,000 points. Okay, so mic signals and any other audio signal sooner or later needs to be mixed. That's when the mixer comes in. At first glance, you might get freaked out by how many buttons and knobs are on this thing. Don't be. It's pretty simple once you get to know it. Let's start off easy. This is the master fader. It controls the volume of everything that comes out of this board. Turn it all the way up to start. To begin mixing, you'll have all your VTRs and mics set up on these lines, and all these lines are individually turned on by pressing these buttons. To actually hear the source, turn it up. Use the fader to set it at a comfortable level. To listen to a source without it actually going to air, you gotta rock out the solo button. This lets you set the correct volume for a source without having to worry about screwing up while you're rolling. All the way up here is the gain knob. It works with the volume knob just like the fader, but it's much more sensitive, so only use it if your fader can't go loud enough or if it's too touchy. To get technical, it controls the range of the individual source's volume. These are the equalizer knobs. Just like your stereo at home, they have bass, medium, and high, which controls the tone of each source. First, select the source you want to affect by touching its fader. You should see the select light turn on above it. Make sure the equalizer for that source is on, then listen to your source closely. If it requires more bass, turn up the low gain. If it needs less, then turn it down. Do this as required for each of these bands. Each of the bands has an extra knob labeled frequency. They control how low or how high the value is that you're affecting. This is the pan knob. It controls the stereo mix of the source, which in real person terms means it controls the left or right. Comprende? So finally, this is the VU meter. It gives a visual representation of the loudness of the overall mix. Ideally, it should be lit up between -15 and -12 decibels, or dB. Of course, your mix will peak above -12 decibels, but most of the time it should be hovering right inside that sweet spot. That way your mix won't be so loud it'll overload the equipment, and it won't be too quiet either. Follow this, and your audio should be fantastico. All right, so now you're set up for audio. Good job. Next week is the switcher. I'll see you later. Oh, it's too loud!